This week I want to talk about how Blue Lotus affects our etheric bodies. Now, it's not an oil that many people work with, I'm fully aware. doTERRA do a beautiful one, but you can get it from many different places. There are essential oils, there are absolutes, you can also smoke Blue Lotus, which is interesting. And what I find fascinating is how it plays out on the etheric bodies. Now, most essential oils will have some activity on these lower ones. So some have activities on the first etheric body, which is our physical template. It's where you'll see dis-ease starting to manifest. It does not. Neither does it have much of an effect on the body of will. A little bit of effect, but I'll talk about that in a minute, but not much. Third etheric body, mental body, no, not really. Fourth etheric body, not really, doesn't really affect our emotions. Fifth etheric body, the body of love. Oh my goodness, it absolutely transforms it. And the beauty of Blue Lotus is it actually opens up this appreciation of beauty. Incidentally, I've got videos and I've got a course specifically about the historical aspects of Blue Lotus if it's interesting to you. But the Egyptians really saw it as the personification of the god Nefertum. And Nefertum was beauty and perfume, and the ability to be able to see the light in all creation. So that body just gets completely transformed. And so this is a really beautiful oil to use if somebody has become really cynical, quite depressed. You're not really going to want to choose it for somebody who is too grounded, because it's a waste. It's a very expensive oil. So if you've got somebody who is normally quite spiritual but has gone quite cynical or lost their ability to be able to tap into, then Blue Lotus can be beautiful. Incidentally, I'm going to afterwards attach you, the end screen will take you to a video about using and working with the Blue Lotus to increase spiritual perception. And it's an exercise that I use. And we talk about how it's very good for being able to see and access the information field of nymphs. It's Nymphaea, right? It's Nymphaea. When you think about it, it's obvious. You just have to look for it. But also, what we will also see, so 5 is the body of love. We will definitely see accessed, not so much 6, but 7. 7 becomes so brightly illuminated, and that is connection with divinity. Now, I honestly don't think that this is a particularly good oil for the Christians, right? Because their frankincense is going to be better. Their whole body system understands that is what connects with God. But if you are wanting to kind of tap into ancient Greek or ancient Egyptian lineage and also Babylonian, I don't really know that much about Babylonian use of the Blue Lotus, but it was just as big as Egyptian, I understand. I just chose not to study it because I was so exhausted when I'd done all of the Egyptian. But what you'll see is this huge brightness of being able to tap into the illumination of particularly Hathor and Seshat, that they will just absolutely brighten up. And as I say, the nymphs. So yeah, interesting, really interesting. It's not really an oil that we will look at in the luminous garments working with the biofield, because that course is more interested in the lower stuff, what's going on in the physical body. But I am going to do a separate course where we look at specifically more the work that's in Pistis Sophia about actually working with the luminous garments, that is the light body, to be able to ascend, right? So yeah, if you're kind of looking to try to access the Merkabah, then here's your oil. Here's your oil. And so what I would love to do is to direct you to 2 videos. The first is about working with the Blue Lotus oil more generally. The second is about coming to learn about luminous garments to do teaching with me. But also, if you look in the description, you'll find the link to my really detailed course about the history of Blue Lotus. And I think if you are looking to do this work of trying to connect with Egyptian spirituality, that's the way to go. You will really start to see, oh, okay, that's why I'm remembering this. Okay, that's why I'm seeing this in pictures everywhere. It's in pictures everywhere. So yeah, Blue Lotus. Beautiful. So if you have found this useful and you're interested in ways that you can put this knowledge to work, I would remind you that booking is now open for my Luminous Garments course, working with the aura, vibrational aromatherapy for the aura, where we learn to douse the problems within the etheric field and then be able to work out what colours are happening and the nature of those colours and what that tells us about the problems and the opportunities we find in the etheric fields, so that we can start using essential oils to deal with them. It's very influenced by the work of Hildegard of Bingen, because her theory was that plants really affect the viriditas, which brings a greening of the spirit, and that is what brings health. So within Luminous Garments, we'll be looking at how to douse and actually be able to see a physical template of the body and how we can put that to work. And so if that's interesting to you, the next video tells you about the course.